friend. I'm a kind of burning from both ends, but you and I making sales. You and I can't pretend. You have been the first to act this way, but you can't on my nerves. What can I say? Yeah, you and I thinking straight. You and I, not today. 'Cause I'm about to break, I'll break you. I'll make the rest of my life hate you. I won't bend, I won't bruise. You wanna keep me out of this state, but I'm in. You gotta ball it up or something, but it's too late. It's no
but not so satisfying. Come on now. The vibes. Immaculate. Right out of the gate. Yeah. All right. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Sunday night stream. Has it been a week already since I got some of those bangers last week? Wow. Hope everyone's doing well. I just wanted to say really quick, we have gotten, in like the past month since I've returned to streaming and YouTube and everything, there's been like a ridiculously high amount. And I'm not complaining. I'm complaining in the best way. I'm like, you guys have sent so much good shit my way. Yeah, like I will probably talk more about it as we get into it, but some of these tracks, like Playground by Max Baby, like the Gorillaz album that we listened to, I've obviously been through a lot of those, but let me go to the Reaction Stream Hall of Fame playlist because I feel like I've added a lot of stuff recently. It's linked in the description if anyone's curious. My favorite songs that I've discovered from these streams in the past. What's going on, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's everyone been listening to this weekend or this week in general? Any particular vibes? I've been stuck on 90s and, well, just shoegaze in general. But then again, that's been a lot of this year for me. Like vibing to that. I listened to the new Main album. We won't go there. Ooh, okay. Looking at the Reaction Stream Hall of Fame playlist, American Girl by Tiffany Day. That one's been getting a ton of play. The Twin track, De La Soul, Batiste X, Tragically Hip. That song Membership, man. Wow. Football Heads, Diversion, the PJ Harvey track, Madison Cunningham, Hotel Bucks, Sick Joy, Roman Candle. I'm just looking at all of the artists I think I've added since we've come back. So thank you for that. Some of them I've even checked out other songs from. I haven't added this one yet, but God, I'm still not going to say it right. Skunk Anissa, I think that's right. Skunk Anissa. Checked out more of their stuff because Week, that song caught me so off guard. Like, if you guys remember this one from stream last week. Bloody man, weak as I am, no tears for you. But suffice it to say, I found a few other tracks that I loved from them, including this one that I'll recommend now. Selling Jesus. Ride the light from all the boys again. Jesus can't be bought. Hell yeah. Feel relevant right now? Come on now. There's your teaser. Whetting the appetite a little bit. All right, guys, we're going to start off. We got a couple in the queue already. If you want to send something in, hit this link in the description or right here in the pinned comments. But we're going to open up with a free request tonight. I was running a little behind. Shout out to you guys. Yeah, just pop it in the chat, and I'm going to pick one at random here in a minute. Let me catch up. This will also give me a nice little chance to catch up on chat right now. I was prompted by your Pitchfork video, so I've been re-listening to some of those albums you mentioned, but mainly just jamming to Stadium Arcadium. Hell yeah, it's a vibe. I've been listening to a lot of hard rock, listening to my potential influences for me, and possibly starting making my own music. Right on, Bad Magic. Cool. Thundercat, Slater, Gorillaz, and Cell Dweller. Yes, Ascension. Shout out to all of those. I'm meaning to get to the Thundercat record. I've heard a few of the singles. Slater, I'm absolutely going to be listening to as well. We listened on stream last week, and that one's been in rotation. Couple of those. Beat Up Chanel's as well. Yeah, we're all over the place with the vibes. I like it. A lot of different influences, a lot of different genres. Latest Portugal the Man album, so good. Yeah, like, it was surprisingly good. I thought it was probably their best since Evil Friends. Evil Empire turns 30 this week. Been getting some heavy play there. Yeah, nice. Rage. Hard to believe it's been as long as it's been since some of those records, man. Like, wow. 30? Damn. That means, like, even Renegades before too long. I mean, I guess it just had its 25th anniversary, didn't it? Getting fucking old. Moral of the story. But yeah, keep the suggestions for the free requests coming, guys. I'm going to pick one here in just a moment. I'll probably slide in some of my own recent stuff. I know so the title of the stream is accurate. I would love to be introduced to something that you guys think I've never heard before. You know? Doesn't have to mean that I've never listened to the artist before. There's plenty of artists or bands I know, but I've only heard like 2 or 3 songs. The one on screen, a perfect example of that. So, yeah. I'm open. Decade, genre, doesn't matter. If it's new to me, it's new, right? Right. All right. Let's scroll and pick one at random. And stop. All right. I landed on Son of Jesus, Runway by Gaga and Doechii. I actually have heard this song already, so apologies. I'm going to pick another one since I'm sticking with the theme tonight. I heard the song for the first time this afternoon, actually. Yo, thank you, Bad Magic, and shout out to Human Reviews and Frank, who already got requests in as well. Appreciate you guys. If you want to add something to the queue, just hit that link in the pinned comment. Let me scroll again here for another free request attempt. Something that I've never heard, and stop. Wow, I went way too far up. Wednesday was great, though. I got to chill on the scrolling. Thanks for asking, Philly. Yeah, Wednesday was a very, very good time. Saw them, and Tiger's Jaw was on Wednesday night. So, Hannah and I this past week just celebrated our 10 years since our first date. So I guess our meeting anniversary, first time we met in person, and our first date at the Wolf Alice concert. And we followed it up 10 years later with Hannah's first time seeing Tiger's Jaw. So that was a lot of fun too. One of our favorite bands, you know, together, I guess, like as a couple, definitely has always been in rotation for us. She introduced me to them. I had only heard probably a handful of their songs before we started dating in 2016. All right. And stop. Cool. All right. Roddenmar. Let's go. Pile. Deep Clay. Let's see what we have here. Boom. We'll dive into the queue after this, guys. Got a few in there already. If you want to add on, fire away. This came out first of all. Hey, thank you, Squirrel and Flannel. Appreciate you, dude. Okay, so this came out last year. Pile. I'm thinking of Chat Pile. That was a band that had a lot of hype a couple of years ago that I didn't exactly get, but to each their own. Very different band. This is Pile. I'm trying to see if I know them, and I don't think I do. All right, let's continue. This came out last August. Ooh, blueberry cheesecake ice cream. I don't love Runway, but it's fine. It's a solid enough song. I kept it saved. It might grow on me. Cool. They've been around for a minute, it looks like, Roddenmar. Post-hardcore band. Thank you, Samuel. Appreciate that. I saw that Laguna Blue. Enter Shikari dropped this surprise album. I'd be interested to hear a track from that if anyone wants to send something in. I heard pretty good things about it so far. I like that the singing voice here, like it does feel seasoned, you know? The instrumentation that you're getting here reminds me a little bit more of that post-hardcore movement and some of the more like Minus the Bear type stuff that you got out of it in the 2000s, early 2010s. But the voice here, again, feels seasoned, not in the way that it feels like shaky or anything. It just feels like, yeah, a little rugged. Some character. Nice rumbling bass tone there, too. I did see the Dog Star put out another track, Keanu Reeves' band. Love the first one a lot. All In Now. Big Queens of the Stone Age vibe on that.
A mystery eternal when nothing connects. Caught it with its eyes.
I've never really been into Bill Murray all that much, if I'm honest, the band. I've heard the guy is also kind of a piece of shit too, but I like a lot of his movies. Pretty intriguing lyrics too. I feel like the rhythm section is really standing out to me a lot on this track. The guitars almost feel a little bit more like 90s, especially with the tone. And I'm not complaining. We're gonna get this a sleep. Let's do it. There we go. You said post-hardcore, and I was like, I wonder if we'll get harsh vocals too. Hey, thank you, Jamal. Appreciate it. Same, Lissandro. That was a hell of a collab. What a crossover episode. Knocked Loose X Denzel Curry. Yeah. Pile. Oh, sorry. That was something I had slid into the queue. My bad. I know no one would ever want to hear that. Oh, there was a... Okay, first of all, for our last track there, Deep Clay by Pile, post-hardcore band. Easy thumbs up, easy insta-save. I loved a lot of what was going on there. Like I called out about the seasoned vocals, rhythm section felt locked in. A lot of great guitar work on it too. Cheers, Rod and Mar. Like, on one. Cooking. I see that taste. All right, let's bounce over to the queue, guys. We got like 5 in there already. If you want to add on, we got first one from Human Reviews. Let's see what you got for me, dude. I've sent in some songs from Dill before. Oh, yeah, I remember Dill for sure. So I thought I'd send this one too. This is his latest track, which he sent me on stream recently. Thought you might dig this one as well. Cheers. Cheers, Human. I appreciate that, dude. Let's see what we got here from Dill. Yeah, I remember him and I connected a little bit last year after the Brad Tate situation.
Headed to Halcyon Port. You could sever me.
I love that word. I'm just gonna just as a lover of like random words sometimes that pop out and sound really nice, or like, oh, that was a good use of that word. Halcyon sticks out.
Into all my moving parts, all that's evergreen.
Yeah, I have heard the new one from Static Dress, not the new Holding Absence. I haven't heard that yet, Laguna. Static Dress song
Can be
fucks.
discarded if you want on port. You could sever me into all my moving parts, all that's evergreen. You can hold close to your heart. And what's left of me can be.
Love that little push. From what I remember about Dill's music and the songs that I have connected with in the past, the atmosphere was always a big part of it. Almost like kind of, that oceanic, watery, fluid vibe to it with some emotionally intense and focused writing. Hearing that again on this.
And as far as me,
I'm curious to see if it stays sparse or if it builds out a little bit more. Marty hearing
Made
that
my
bass creeping
choice
up.
and I can't leave. Just past the gates of my Acheron. My Persephone.
Yeah, how we feeling about all this Coachella going on this weekend, huh? 9-Inch Noise, anyone? I haven't seen much of anything, but it is happening right now. Coachella.
No, nothing's free. I've racked up quite the cost. C'est la vie. When you search for me, I'll be gone. You could sever me into all my moving parts.
Little flourishes like that, little pushes with the vocal can add a lot in the art here.
Hold close to your heart.
Very intimate.
Made my choice and I can't leave. Just past the gates of my Acheron. My
Shout out to
Persephone.
Turnstile and their family with everything that's been going on there.
Hold
My
on
God.
just a season more.
Oh, thank you, Squirrel. Appreciate it. I'm the best at doing that, right? It's just blissfully unaware. You guys don't want to know what's playing. Of course you do. No. For sure, YouTube is actually, Spotify is me. YouTube, please. They're all ooh, Blake. There's no such thing as a good and holy company in this economy. We're all on YouTube right now. We're all guilty. We got an Amazon Prime account, you're guilty. You use something from Walmart, you're guilty. We're all guilty in a capitalist society, right? Unfortunately, none of these companies are good. Some worse than others. That's how I view it. Unfortunately, I use Spotify. But, Apple uses sweatshop labor, so if you can't use Apple Music, Jay-Z owns Tidal, and we all know how that's going with him and his colleagues, shall we say. And then you got YouTube, owned by Google, and I don't think I need to tell you about Google not being the greatest and most ethical company. So sorry to get on one in the middle of that, but I just always think it's ridiculous when people are like, oh, but this one's better. It's like, dude, they're all bad. It's just we know more about some than others. I do have YouTube Music as well. I use YouTube and Spotify. I wouldn't say equally, but definitely use both a lot.
And my bones become a monument to me.
Damn.
Will its form be worth the salt that it sits on? I pray to God.
I've never actually watched The Boys before, Human.
It'll be.
Exactly, you're a little phoenix. That's exactly it. There's really nothing. Man, this Dill track, a lot, I was, again, like I said, I was curious to see where it went since it was so intimate and sparse initially. And I think I was initially wanting it to break out, but I'm kind of glad it didn't. It just kind of sizzled, a nice slow burn with that intimacy still intact. But I loved the use of piano on it, the little vocal pushes where it got a little bit more raw. I think that's the best word for it and how it comes across. Definitely a thumbs up. And thank you, Cauliflower Boy, who just added one to the queue. Appreciate you. Thank you, Human. Shout out to Dill as well. Low Tide Dill, if I'm remembering that correctly. Joy Forever up next in the queue. Frank sending in a track from his band that we've listened to before and that I loved. City of Rain. Am I remembering that correctly on the last track? Because I still listen to that one sometimes. It stayed in a couple of my playlists in rotation. Yeah, I believe I am. Love is Real is the name of this one. Frank says, hey, my band just put out our new song, Love is Real, on Friday. Since you liked our song, City of Rain, there we go. Last time I submitted, thought you might dig this one as well. Cheers. Yeah, seriously. Like, I loved City of Rain. I loved the vocals on that track, kind of the post-punk vibe. I remember it well and fondly. City. Remind me, you guys are overseas. I don't believe it's the UK, but where's your band from? Okay, Lissandro, you remember as well? Let's go. Bangers. Very pretty on that Dill track. For sure, Frank, for sure. That's right, Germany. Yeah, I almost guessed it, but I was like, I don't want to be wrong. Love these guitars already, man. Well, that caught me off guard. Right as I locked in. La la la. I see, I see. I like it when there's a reason for why. This feels very nostalgic to me for some reason. Hey, thank you, TJ KFC. KFC. TF. Wow. TJFKC. My God. That's a tongue twister for me from far away, apparently. Appreciate you, dude. Wasting Light is 15 years old today. Wow. My favorite Foo Fighters album. Holy hell. Ooh. Atmosphere on this one reminds me a lot of the 2000s. Mid-2000s specifically. It almost feels like something I would have heard from like a Thursday adjacent band on Fuse back then. Definitely a thumbs up for me. I will say it's not hitting as hard for me as City of Rain. Still really dig. I think the atmosphere on this one might even be stronger on those vibes. But the other tracks stood out to me more lyrically and even somewhat musically as well. But really, really cool stuff with both of these, Frank. Shout out to Joy Forever. And again, City of Rain. I know if I don't have that in my reaction stream Hall of Fame playlist, I'm going to be mad at myself. Let me check myself on that. City up. Nope, I don't, and it's getting added right now. That is on me. Yeah, I still have it in my saved songs, like in my primary liked playlist. So automatic oversight on my part and automatic add now. My bad. That is definitely like 6 months late on me adding that. But cheers, Frank. Thank you again. All right, cool. Let's see what we got up next. We got Squirrel, Bad Magic, and Cauliflower Boy coming down the pop line. We got this pipeline. The slow... I said that. It's so funny. I fucked that up and read slowly, right? As the name of this next band is the Slow Readers Club, Lunatic. Let's see what we've got as I slowly and stumblingly read over here. Standalone single? Okay, cool. Okay, new EP coming in with the bangers. Hey, dude. That is not me saying it's not still a banger. It's got a lot of cool stuff going for it as well. We all got different sets of ears, and I try to emphasize that. Like, just because City of Rain stood out more to me, I feel like, this one might hit somebody else's differently. That's the beauty of it, right? This one showed up on my radar recently, despite it being 8 years old. Has an Interpol. Okay, we got some Interpol-esque vibes going on. Thought you might enjoy it. Well, yeah. As somebody who recently went back and found out that there were bonus tracks that were released like years later to El Pentor, that's one of my favorite Interpol albums. I think it's very, very underrated. Came out in 2014. But Malfeasance and The Depths in particular, like the B-sides to that record, great tones. And if you're talking about the album El Pentor itself, don't even get me started. That's that's one of my like white whales where I'm like, all right, you're going to sit down and listen to why this is X acclaimed band, like forgotten or overlooked album. That is Interpol's. I mean, My Blue Supreme, All the Rage Back Home, My Desire. Come on, man. It's just a bunch of bangers. Everything Is Wrong is on that record as well. Good shit. Good shit. Slow Readers, Lunatics. Ashes to New. The name sounds somewhat familiar, but I don't think I know them. I already hear what you're saying. Little Paul Banks in there. Indeed, Nunez, indeed. Too many singles from that Foo Fighters album, man. This has a really cool sonic texture to it, because, like, you know, we talked a little bit earlier, and I feel like, I don't know, I'm gonna let it keep playing before I say too much. But, like, I like that it's got the influence, but is doing its own thing, I guess is what I'm getting at. So this would have been 2018 that this came out then, if we're talking 8 years ago. Wow, that doesn't feel right, but... Same. I know. Ooh, I just looked it up on Spotify because I'm about to save it, and there's an acoustic version. Straight to my acoustic playlist. Hey, that was my song number 505 added to my likes. I'm going back to 505. I know exactly what you're talking about, Phoenix. Elsewhere, Wake, a song I found early on MySpace, even had a burnt CD with the song, then forgot it for just so many years, finally found it again a few years ago. I love when that happens, rediscovering. I'm trying to think if that sounds familiar to me. Elsewhere, Wake, it almost does. I dig the almost like slightly like dancier percussion with the more blue tint to like an emotion in the vocals. Satisfying guitar parts as well. If it wasn't for the production and like the drum patterns and stuff, I would have been like, this might have been the 2000s. But it's got a little bit more modernity in there. Not in a bad way, though. Not in a bad way. I already saved it and definitely a thumbs up. Thank you, dude. Yeah, I had never encountered that band in the wild before, so definitely one that I never heard. Let's keep it going, guys. Like, I feel like the past ones alone, like the past few alone, are definitely artists that I haven't ever seen out in the wild. Pokemon that I've never encountered. We've already got a few saves rolling. Pile in the Slow Readers Club. That Dill track as well. I just like I'm definitely saving that to a little bit of that Blue Note vibe. You know what I mean? Close to the heartstrings. That wouldn't be a main rotation track for me for emotions alone, because I'm a scaredy cat, and if I hear sad songs or emotional songs all the time, then I'm gonna get very emotional. I'm picky about which ones I save to the main playlist. Okay, don't judge me. Bad Magic, you're up next. Anomaly, Apricot. Requests are open, guys. If you want to send something my way, something you think I've never heard before, doesn't matter the decade, doesn't matter the artist, the band, then hit this link that's pinned in the description or in the chat right here. Anomaly. Hey, John, hope you're well. This is a second apricot. What do we say here? Apricot cover that is Anomaly originally by Aviana. And I hope I'm saying all that right. I apologize for the Star Set cover I sent you last week. Dude, don't apologize, man. I'm just a hater. I'm just a professional hater when it comes to some of these bands. I promise. I'm not mad in any way. You know, Star Set around here is something of a legend. The band, the myth, the legend. Not really, but and the ARTV lore, perhaps. Hopefully this one goes better than the last one. I feel like it will. I have the faith. The good faith, not the bad magic. Ooh. Yeah, you talking about those Pitchfork and Fantano reviews of the new Ray album? I haven't even heard it, and I just like, that can't factually be correct, right? A 3?
The call is spreading all the roads let me down. We try to stay, but nothing makes a loud enough sound.
It's a hidden desire, Stefan.
Us to stay.
A 3 out of 5 I could understand for Ray, but a 3 out of 10 is insulting. Just having heard the singles already, like, I just feel like there's no way. Like, even close to objectively. Sounds a little Evanescence adjacent. Oh no, not Lucas Graham. Yeah, 7's not bad. 7's fair. I wouldn't be mad. People are allowed to have their opinions, but like a 3 for Ray, I don't know, man. I don't know. I haven't heard the album myself yet, so I can't say. I feel like I wish there was a bit more pronunciation or volume to the voice here, because those drums are coming in crystal clear, pounding. The vocals just feel like they're getting buried a little bit. Like, I know I brought up Evanescence, maybe a cheap comparison, but I feel like if we had like an Amy Lee type voice on this, like, it would be a lot more prominent. This just doesn't feel like it's quite got enough volume behind it. Not bad at all, though. A nice vibe. I really do like the instrumentation on this. I like those keys, too. That's a nice addition. Like, we going with that shoegaze production with these vocals. Getting a little buried.
Watch me break, watch me lose all hope, and never let me go. Lead me dry, look as I fade away, chew all the skin from my bones. Watch me break, watch me lose all hope.
Okay, there's a little bit of that intensity I was looking for. I think my biggest issue with it is that it doesn't feel like, I know it's a cover already as it is, but it feels like somebody was just like, all right, let me take the entire early 2000s like aesthetic. And again, I'm getting very big Evanescence vibes. Like even from those guitars, it feels like Going Under, similar to that riff a little bit there. Little chugs. Like, yeah, that little I'm going under. Nailed that. Damn, this makes me want to listen to some of the songs from the first Evanescence album. I think this is pretty cool for what it is. It just unfortunately comes across a little more karaoke than I guess I was hoping for. Definitely above the star set though, and it's a positive meh at that, I promise. It got me thinking, it got the brain gears turning, and it got me wanting to break out the Amy Lee. Maybe it's just because they just dropped a new single with a very questionable album cover for what the upcoming album is going to be, I think, in June. But, yeah. I saw Stefan, you were talking about, we talked about earlier, Son of Jesus, yeah, Sanctuary Evanescence album cover is not good. All right, Cauliflower Boy, you're up next in the queue. I am very confused by the name of this song, so we're just going to let it get up there. It might be somebody's name, and maybe I was reading that wrong. Let me see what we got here. We're going to do a free request after this song, guys. Don't start yet, please. We're going to listen to the actual song itself, but I'll let you know when we're ready for a free request from the chat. I might play another song that I had a few that I was thinking about showing you guys that I've found in recent memory. Anyways, Cauliflower said, thank you for loving our first single by Domain Master a few years ago. We just put out our album in September and would love for you to react to another song from the album. Sweet. So this is Domain Master. I love that. So GoDaddy.com. Get your domain now. Oh, those 2000s. If anyone remembers those commercials were crazy. They even had like the Super Bowl commercial and stuff each year. All right, so this is Domain Master, Wiki's Wake. Oh no. Oh, is that what I think it means?
You'll do it! And by God and by golly, you'll do it, smiling lad, because you like it. You like it because I says you will.
What is that from? Either that or very poor MySpace era Photoshop bad magic. I knew it sounded familiar, but I'm so bad, especially without seeing even like a snippet of the visual or something. I'm so bad at and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm gonna guess wrong. I don't know what to say, but I think it's Willem Dafoe too. Shout out The Lighthouse. Shout out You Don't Like Me Crab. You Don't Like Me Lobster. Sorry. Because I just saw your best Twilight inspired cover ever. Wow. Willem the Goat. The man's been in everything. Love him. Absolutely one of my favorite actors. So good in Poor Things recently. I mean, he's been great at a lot of shit. Nosferatu. Got a grimy, sludgy sound to it. I'm getting almost some like early La Dispute from the vocals. More Willem Dafoe's and Keanu Reeves's. Less Weinstein's, less Will Smith's, less, not to compare those two, less Brett Ratner's, less, how about we just eradicate that entirely? I feel you, Ascension. I love some good sludge metal too. Alice in Chains, one of the best at doing it. This is nice too. Love how stabby that feels with the bass up there too. I dig this. I'll give it a save. Congrats on the album release. Last year, 2025 release. Cool, cool. All right, guys, free request time. Get your suggestions in now, and I'll pick one in just a moment. Queue is open if anyone would like to add anything to it as well. I'm going to be playing a few of my recent favorites, so go ahead and get the suggestions rolling. I'm going to play you guys one in the meantime. There's a new track from a band, or I'm sorry, an artist that I discovered from these streams called Shy. We're going to take a listen to this track, Smoke, that I'm loving. Anyone remember Shy? I'm sure the person that sent it in does. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll end up following these artists like on Spotify or whatever just to get notified whenever they post, because to me it's so much easier than just like is it going to be actually show up in my Instagram feed if I follow this artist? Am I going to like have to mute them because they're constantly posting like tour stuff? And I'm like, all right, I'm kind of just following to see when there's new music out. I get it. But the social media game, just not really my thing. But no, what I'm getting at is that, a lot of these artists that I find on stream that you guys send in, I'll end up following them and checking out more music. And that's what happened with this artist, Shy. Love that bass. Kind of leaning in a shoegaze direction even here. Those smokier, pun intended, vocals. Too Late was the name of the song that we got from Shy on stream. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pick one here in just a moment for a free request. Time to pick. Okay. I landed on Farrah Schneider. What's up, Farrah? Madwoman, Leife. Cool. Yeah, this is a new Leife that I haven't heard yet. I think it's from the complete edition or whatever of her most recent album, A Matter of Time, which I really, really enjoyed. Not quite in my top 25 albums of last year, but if I did a top 30, if I put that together, it might make the cut. Really, really great stuff. We're gonna add that to the queue next. Cool. We'll listen to a little bit more of this one before we move in. Thank you, Farrah. I hope you're doing well.
Is this
TJ, we're gonna listen to yours after that. I see that one I think just didn't come through with the YouTube link. Hey, and you too. Thank you, Bad Magic. Okay, there's your tease for now. If you guys remember that other track that came through from Shy, Too Late, really enjoyed that one. Loved that one, I should say. And this one is really hitting for me too. All right, TJ, I'm gonna go ahead and open yours up in another queue just so I don't forget about that. Don't want to forget. But yeah, if in the future, if you don't mind, if you could just include a YouTube link, appreciate you. Yeah, I see it on YouTube right here. Cool. We'll get that open in a tab and listen to that after our free request here. Cool? Oh, no. Yeah, you see, I'm not lying. I opened it in another tab. Here we go. Mad Woman. Leife. Artist in her different lane. A little bit of that more, I don't know, compared to Bewitched, she's definitely opened up her sound a lot more. Much more traditional.
Worse when I've had all this year, but I can't ignore our obvious
I love that
attraction.
lyric. The worst I've had all year. Let me just hear that one more time. I like that.
Such a terrible idea. Worse when I've had all this year, but I can't ignore our obvious attraction.
Ooh.
I imagine how it ends.
I feel like I'm in a very sophisticated club somewhere.
Seeking chaos, can't
Like,
help
am I allowed in here? It's very fancy.
But there's something so vexing about you. It's like the cards above a stone to prove.
Well, I am already loving this.
We've been through this
Same.
before, fell in and out. I said no more, but still I
Yeah,
want
fair,
you
Ascension,
like a
fair.
mad,
Especially again
mad
compared to Bewitched.
woman.
I still really liked it, but I would agree with you.
I
Little
remind
Disney
myself how
adjacent-ish.
he questioned
Snow White
everything about
included.
me. Call me stupid as a mindless joke. He hypnotized
Love that
me
upright
as we
bass, it sounds
spoke.
like.
Purely mythological with the ugliest soul. You would think
Maybe a
that
little
he
Fiona
is
Apple in
holding me
this.
for ransom. 'Cause there's something so vexing about you. It's like the
I really
cards
love this, man.
above
Wow.
a stone to
Like, I don't know why I'm so surprised, as if I didn't think I would like it for some reason, but I guess I'm liking it a lot more than I even thought I would. I wasn't sure what to expect because I think, if I'm not wrong, this is still like her adding, okay, yeah, A Matter of Time, the final hour. So there's now 19 songs on this project. I feel like this has got to be up there as one of my favorites. Granted, I'm early, but I want to jump the gun.
I said no more, but still I want you like a mad, mad woman.
I love that it feels so mysterious as well. Less Disney in that way, right? Ooh, thank you, Stefan. Something from the Punisher soundtrack, the Warzone soundtrack. The Rise Against track was a banger.
Made it to the final hour, but the wine begins to sour, and I'm seeing myself in a dreadful fashion. Then the fog
I like that a lot. I'm liking the late night themes that I'm getting on this one in general. I already said it feels like I'm in a fancy club somewhere, but the come down after that, it's like, did that actually happen? Was that actually the worst idea that I ever had?
made it to the final hour, but the wine begins to sour, and I'm seeing myself in a dreadful fashion.
Being forced to see yourself the morning after, right?
To clear as I'm gasping a cleaner. I remember together we're so handsome. 'Cause there's something so vexing about you. It's like the cards above a stone to prove. We've been through this before.
Yo, you're totally fine, Philly. I just, you know, like with the, hopefully at some point I will land on you for a free request, dude. feel like this is just lifting my mood. Like, I feel like I should be outside for this, right? Am I crazy for almost saying it's like a slight, like, fancy carnival vibe? Is that insulting to say? I don't know why that's coming to mind, but it is. Oh, damn. Sorry, Laguna. I know it gives you trouble. I probably already asked this, but do you have Cash App or just regular PayPal? Well, first of all, thank you, Farah. Great use of the free request here. Mad Woman by Lei Fei. I really, compared to even some of the tracks on the original release of A Matter of Time, this one does feel elevated in that way. I'm trying to think. I'm looking back and seeing what my favorites were. Silver Lining was definitely a big one for me. Tough Luck, A Cautionary Tale. I liked the opening track, Clockwork, quite a bit too. So a lot of great stuff. Trying to send it Dead in the Water. Yes, yeah. Here, I'll hit you in the chat, Laguna. Let me see what we got here from Bad Magic. The Sales of Sharon. Sharon. R.I.P. Ozzy. No, C-H. Not that. Not S-H. Sharon. Charon? Saruman? All right. Bad Magic. Back in form. Scorpions. Here's a Scorpion song for you, John. This song was on the last Uli-era Scorpions album, released in 1977. So we're going way back in time. Uli was inspired by Middle Eastern music alongside Greek mythology and Darth Vader. Okay, because that was the OG Star Wars that year, right? When it came to writing this song. Hope you enjoy. Cool. So a lot of inspirations from the Scorpions here on this track, Sales of Sharon. 6-minute song all? I'd have to do the math on it, but I know, like, you know, for example, 3 minutes and 20 seconds is $20. So, yeah, it would probably be a little under 40. If you wanted to do the full 6 minutes, which you do not have to. If there's a certain section of the song, you can set the timestamps. Love that riff kicking in already. That's got some energy on it. Those drums feel like they're taking me. I was about to say, they're about to take me somewhere. Ooh. Why am I instantly clicking with this? Okay, so are Scorpions one of those bands that maybe you would compare to like your Genesis or something like that? Hey, cheers, Grace Ezra. Appreciate you adding one to the queue. In the sense that, like, they had their early part of their career that was a bit different and maybe even deeper, some would say, stylistically. And then they ended up, like the Scorpions, I think, you know, by like the 80s were more like arena rock and metal and that sort of thing, and obviously have endured with more sounds akin to that over the decades from what you've shared and from what I now know. So I'm curious to know if it was like a little different like that early on in the early years of the band. Same, Ross, same. It's getting into that funk groove, stepping on the guitar. That's nice. Thank you. Every time. That's the new thing, right? I finally fixed the camera. I got a dummy battery so the camera never dies ever again. Hopefully. I say that. It's just gonna fucking die. Thank you, Adam G. Is that Adam Gontier? 3 Days Grace? Is that you? If so, I'm sorry for all of the bad things I've said about the recent 3 Days Grace material, even though I meant to, even though I unfortunately had to mean it. Yeah, no, I feel like the instead of the camera battery dying, it's gonna be the Spotify many players covering the artist. That's gonna be our new thing. Maybe here, why don't we do this? What if I just, I hate, not that I want to, not credit anyone for what they're sending in, but what if I just had it here? Does that look absolutely ridiculous? Or should I just remember? For my OCD's sake, I think I like it better in the corner. So I'm going to do my best to remember. Oh, absolutely. They are almost two different bands when he left, and their sound changed a lot, a massive amount. Exactly, Luke. Shout out Rocked in the chat. Hannah and I were just talking earlier because, yeah, I'll go ahead and say this. Luke and I were talking recently. I'm probably going to be, doing a little collab crossover with Rocked again in the near future. Going to pop on the podcast that Rocked probably sometime in the next month or two. So keep your ears and eyes peeled. Sorry about all the very true things I said, Adam. I meant them, but I am sorry. Might just be. Might be me. Podcast that rocks. Stay tuned. I gotta say already, man, this is scratching so many sweet spots compared to the 80s and even up through the 2020s Scorpions material. A lot of it's been pretty solid that you've sent over time, Bad Magic, but this already feels like it stands out way more to me. It just feels a lot more alive and natural, maybe? It's true. You can't put that all on Adam. The man's back to get his bag, and can you blame him? He should. That was his baby from the beginning. We'll always have 1X. Matt Walsh can never take 1X from us. Or Life Starts Now, or the self-titled, or Transit of Venus. Little underrated there on Transit of Venus. Well, this is not only getting a save, we gotta throw this straight in the 70s mix, right? I bet that's music to your ears, Bad Magic. A save! This is great. Funny you say that, Human. I was just talking to the mods earlier about why I won't be doing that. I don't fuck with podcasts, man. It's just not my vibe. I don't consume them, so I don't feel authentic. I don't feel it would be authentic for me to start a podcast. And I already am always criticizing podcasts for just existing for the sake of generating revenue. I don't think that's what all podcasts are, but I'm saying most of the ones that work their way up the charts, right? It's okay, listen to 80 ad reads, and then it just feels like the people are forcing themselves to be there and forcing themselves to come up with things to talk about and fill the airspace. And it feels like it's built around the ads, not the content built around. I don't know. That's a discussion for another day. That gets way deeper than you meant for that to be. No shade at all at the podcast enjoyers. I'm just not a podcast listener other than an episode here of something, episode there. So for me, creating podcast type content probably wouldn't be the move. If I ever did, it would be either with Hannah or another friend or something, or maybe I don't know, joining another friend's podcast. Like I said, with Luke popping on, live content like that is very different from me than these very produced sit down, I don't know, the podcast that you think of when you hear the word podcast, right? I appreciate something that's more fluid and more conversational, but like actually, you know what I mean? I feel like I need to be like in a pit somewhere. Headbanging's not enough. Well, the biggest part of that, Pharaoh, would be convincing Hannah to do it. We've had an idea for, like, maybe not even a podcast, but just a show to do together for a while. But I'm not going to pursue that unless, you know, it's obviously something that she's comfortable doing. And right now, she's not at that state. But I do have good news. After things went over so well, and thank you guys for being so kind, especially with her and our Q&A video that we did with the comeback and the relaunch of ARTV and everything, me coming back to YouTube. You know, we had Hannah on the mic for most of that and even on camera for a little bit of it. She's a lot more comfortable, you know, off camera, on the mic. And since, you know, you guys showed so much love on that and enjoyed like her like being there with like commentary and stuff like that, we're going to try and do some other videos like that. And one of them is going to be me basically like kind of doing a part 2 redo of sorts to like, basically I'm going to be like reacting to like old media of mine. I'm talking like old songs that I like are on my PS3 hard drive, my old iPod Nano, mix CDs, things like that. We're going to be popping them in and see what I come across and probably have her like slide some stuff in or pull some stuff up and, you know, go through it. And it'll be a lot of fun, I think. But we're going to try and do videos like that from time to time for sure. And maybe someday if we find, you know, my thing with a podcast, it's like I always like I want there to be a reason that feels like I'm committed to doing it and not just something that I would be forcing myself to do. Well, hell yeah, Bad Magic. That Scorpions track kicked a lot of ass. Like I said, I felt bad sitting still for it, but the guitar work was electric. To state the obvious, no. Contagious is maybe a better word for it. It's interesting, too, to see all of those influences that you listed with, like, you know, Middle Eastern music, Greek mythology, Star Wars, and stuff like that. And it does kind of come across like an epic in its own way. So I love that. My favorite that you've sent from Scorpions or any of the Scorpions solo material. For sure. Let's see what we got up next. We're going back in time, I think, with the track from the Warzone soundtrack. We had Rise Against before. Yo, Coffee Pot. There should be a Q link in the description. That lets you, I don't know how accurate it stays, but it should be mostly up to date. I don't know. Streamlabs is iffy sometimes, but right now we got Stefan, we got Grace Ezra on the way, and Adam G. Oh, shit. Hold on. We skipped over TJ, and that's my fault because it wasn't added directly to the queue. I have it open in a tab. So before, Stefan, I'm sorry, I gave you the full WWE intro there and then just ripped the rug out. We will get the butterfly wings in just a moment. But first, we're going to listen to this one. Unfortunately, I don't have it on screen, so I'll pop the artist and everything in chat for you guys.
Oh no, I'm losing sight of me.
Ooh.
Who cares about what
So this is live, by the way.
Let's drop this stupid fantasy.
Damn, those vocals are really strong right out of the gate, huh?
Yeah, I'm so done with trying to be. Oh yeah, I'm
Feeling the
so
2000s
done with trying
singer-songwriter
to
on
be.
that.
Oh yeah, I'm so done with trying to be cool.
It's Mr. Hey, hi, how you been? Can this be between you and me? Wish I wasn't shy, wish I didn't hide all the time and stare at my feet. Everybody trying to be cool, wish I knew how I would too. I wish I could fly to the moon, yeah.
Ooh.
Tell me what you see when you look at me. Me and all my insecurities. It feel like 13 to 17. I just gotta be who I'm gonna be. Wish I wasn't so out of place. Wonder why I still have my face. Thought I knew it all, then I got a taste. Mama said I need some time, I need some space.
We got Lawrence and High-Low Jack here, and I like this combo.
Who's inside of me? Who cares about what they wanna see? Let's drop this stupid fantasy. Oh yeah, I'm so done with trying to be cool.
People changing just like the seasons. Love will
I'm gonna give this a save, man. This is lighting up my goosebumps a little bit. Vocals are so strong. I don't know why my YouTube player is being a son of a bitch right now and lagging. Sorry for interrupting the vibe, Joe. Been having issues with our internet lately, so there's that.
Spending time thinking about people I don't give a fuck about. So done with thinking.
Damn, man, I felt that, man, as somebody who has gone through some sheddings of some interpersonal friendships, relationships, familial.
So damn tired of feeling down. Spending time thinking about people I don't give a fuck about. So done with thinking about you. And so done with trying to be cool.
All right, cool. That's it. That's our preview for the track there. Wow, I'm really impressed with that. It's got a sultry vibe to it, and it feels very alive and also so done with it, which I can appreciate, that kind of attitude coming across, and it actually feeling like it's got the firepower vocally to back that up. Yeah, I like that a lot. Lawrence, shout out. High-Low Jack, trying to be cool, acoustic-ish. It looks like this is on all DSPs, so wherever you stream your music, check it out. Definitely a thumbs up, and like I said, already saved. Cool. Now back to the song that I gave the other intro for. Stefan has delivered us something from the Punisher Warzone soundtrack. Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Part 1 was our Rise Against track that I ended up adding to my 2000s mix. Really enjoyed that. The name is evading me right now. Hold on, let me look at my recently addeds on Spotify. So done with Historia Calam. How could I forget? Of course I can't remember the name. I can't even say it. Historia Calam Adam. Yeah, I like their easier to pronounce songs. But speaking of Rise Against, while we were working out in the garden yesterday, I almost always have the speaker out there playing with us, and the song The Numbers came up, and I was just thinking, like, wow, this track's like 5 years old, and sure, it could have been timely at a lot of times in even American history, but now The Numbers by Rise Against feels so relevant. Love the lyrics. You know, they break us like horses. How long will we drag their plow? What is it? The only, like, what they can do is what we allow, you know? Like, those above us in power are fucking tyrannical government. So this is Butterfly Wings by Machines of Loving Grace. This came out in 1993, it looks like. That's cool. They included some older stuff, too, on that soundtrack. I have not heard this. Love that little riff. It bounces. No, do not. What were we just saying? Do not place. Despite all my rage, I am... Oh, wrong Butterfly Wings song. Sorry. Rip out the wings of a butterfly. Why am I... I'm just going to think of every song that has butterfly wings in it. She's ripping wings off of butterflies. Now this feels like a song that would belong in like your Need for Speed type soundtrack, and I'd be happy about it. 90s, here we come. Straight into the 90s mix. Me either, Coffee Pod. I literally just ended up skimming through that out of morbid curiosity because of how bad I thought the singles were from the Rise Against album. I don't know what happened, man. Nowhere Generation was phenomenal. Yo, no worries at all, Squirrel. Thank you so much, dude. Again, I appreciate the song that you sent. What a banger. Slow Readers Club. Shout out. And even if you don't return, have yourself a fantastic night, dude. Hey, what's up, Glitching Silver? Sorry I missed you there. Yeah, it was a 4-year wait between those Rise Against records. Oh, yeah, dude. There's somebody else that it reminds me of that I can't put my finger on and it's driving me a little bit crazy. Is it Filter? Did anybody else get like Filter vibes from that a little bit? That's almost where I went. And I know that Filter, I don't think they debuted even until like the mid 90s. So maybe Filter got some of their influence from this, if that truly came out in 93. Don't place faith in human beings. Don't place faith in beings. Cool. Yeah. So another save there. Thanks, Stefan. That was cool. Feel like a night vibe from that too. Little night driving. Yeah. 9 Inch Nails, I can hear a little bit too, for sure. Yeah, shout out 9 Inch Noise. I'm looking forward to that, man. I've been listening to the snippet of the Closer remix that they put on social media. Like, come on. We're going to listen to it. I'm going to hold you guys hostage real quick and force you to listen to the same 40-second clip that I've been listening to many times. And the audio's not even that great because it's compressed to social media like Instagram, either like a reel or the YouTube short that 9 Inch Nails put out. Oh, it is what it is. Hey, what's up? I like trades. Yes, indeed. I made it. We streamed. I was a little late for this one, but we made it. Boys Noise remix. Because I know that, I've been waiting because it's like we've got the, plenty of videos from the crowd and stuff. And I'm like, when I hear this, it's going to hit my ears in the best format possible. Okay? Don't tell me they took the snippet down. I could have sworn I had this saved. Remix. Shorts. I hate having to sort by shorts. Really? Now I can't find it. Sick. Well, that's going to make me upset. Closer. 9 Inch Nails. Boys Noise remix snippet. I'm getting as specific as possible because, wait, did it drop? Hold on, 4 hours ago on the 9 Inch Nails subreddit? Or is this a full, oh my God, there's a full performance from Coachella HD. We might have to check that out. But again, it is still live and I don't know how, can somebody tell me and confirm if this, here, I'll just link it. Somebody check this out, chat. Tell me if the audio sounds good. Like, actually worth checking out. Because, again, my precious ears, they're begging for it to be heard in high quality. I wonder if they took down the remix because they know that it's about to come out, right? Like you would think. Weird. Weird that I can't find that now when I could have sworn that I had that bookmarked somewhere. All right. Anyways, I'm distracted enough. Let's get back to where we were. Ooh, Good Kid. I remember this band, like Mimi's Delivery Service and some of those other tracks. I think we've listened to some of those on stream before. So, Grace Ezra says, been a while since I've done a song request. Well, welcome back, and thank you, dude. I appreciate that, Grace. Don't know if you've heard this cover of Leifei. Okay, we got a Leifei cover. We just listened to some Leifei. Now we got a cover of From the Start. I have not heard this from them, but I am very excited because From the Start is a great track.
Don't you notice how
I'm dying, man. I need it. And also, it's just like, I know I saved this shit. It's definitely their sound. That is my biggest complaint about Good Kid, is that they are instantly recognizable and that so many other songs are catchy. They just also sound very similar a lot of the time. And I'm not even complaining about this cover. I like the more fleshed out musically sound to this cover compared to the OG especially.
Oh, the burning pain, listening to you harp on about some new soulmate. She's so perfect, blah, blah, blah. Oh, how I wish you'd wake
I like how
up
they did that
one
part.
day.
It worked for me. It worked for me. I was like, there's attitude in this song for sure. In the especially from Leifei's version, it almost comes across more sarcastic. Here, it sounds more confrontational, and I like that change.
Run to me, confess your love, at least just let me say.
You're kidding me? They're actually dropping it? They're Slipknot are dropping "Look Outside Your Window." Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Blake. Dude, I hope it turns around before too much longer. I felt like mine wouldn't at all. If you had asked me January 1st, I would have been like, this year's going to be the worst fucking year ever. And last year was already that. But it's turned around. Not perfect, not amazing, and like, you know, by every stretch of the book. But sometimes it happens, and I hope it happens for all of you out there who are also struggling. Thank you, Steven _, for adding one to the queue.
What's a girl to do?
I like that they kept the original pronouns in place too.
Unrequited, terrifying. Love is driving me up and insane. Have to get this off my chest. I'm telling you today that when I talk to you, won't you better try through and shoot fire through my
I really like the guitars on this too. Uh-oh. We got an animal in the building. There's two animals in the building? Uh-oh. Oh my god, I'm being raided right now. The stream's just been raided, guys. And you want to know who did it? Bandit. This guy right here, guilty, arrest him, lock him up. He's the one that stole every cracker. He's the one that took every snack in the house. I don't know if have we brought Bandit on stream before? Have I had? I'm sure it maybe at some point. But yeah, this is our hamster Bandit. Was he out?
Yeah, he's making noise.
Making noise?
Pushing on the lid.
Just making a little, just basement noise, making basement boys.
Raising the roof.
Where's Suki? It's the pet hour. We gotta have pets to calm us, right? This is probably the most chill hamster that we've ever had. He does so much better at just like chilling, not jumping out of hands and things like that. Not as crazy. But he do got that feathery hair though. I wish I had that hair. Wish I had that much hair. All right, Bandit. Tell the good people any thoughts you have on your mind before you go. Yeah, I know you saw the 9 Inch Nails set at Coachella. No one needs your thoughts on it. If you didn't like it, keep it to yourself. Okay? Okay. Cool. Suki, come here. People are gonna ask for you too. So, here you go. Say hello. Okay. Suki, there you go. Hello. You're gonna jump back to mom. Okay. You're caught on the headphones. Thank you, Suki. You be good. You be good, or else. All right, that was Bandit and Suki, everybody. Now back to our cover. Glad we enjoy the pet content. Rare hipster appearance, indeed. A rare sighting. He's graced us with his presence.
You know I've loved you from the start.
Damn, I hate to hear that, Ascension, regarding the stability thing, and I feel that stability and routine, I know for a lot of us, and in some way, like, is important structure, and structure provides safety. So, yeah, I'm wishing the best for you, man, for real. Let's see what we've got next from Adam G, possibly Adam Gontier, unconfirmed. We've got 2 more in the queue right now, and then we're going to take a free request after that. See what the vibe is like. If you guys want to add anything else, we probably won't be on too much longer. So if you would like to send a request my way, just hit the link in the description or right here in the pinned comments. Might play a couple more that I would love to show you guys too, from stuff that I've been digging that I think maybe you guys might not know and might love. So Adam says, not sure if this is the best intro, but it's a fan favorite. Underrated 90s band that has had some absolute bangers. Maybe I have nostalgia glasses. Hey, I got up too. And I've sent one by them before, but to me, it's easily some of my favorite still. So this is the Matthew Good Band, Giant. I'm having trouble recalling the first song that you sent. No, don't be sorry. I'm glad it's not. Does kind of, it makes me feel like, so I was alive in the 90s, right? I remember those days, and it kind of, the intro alone already makes me feel like a nice outdoor day, playing outside as a kid. And I was 91 baby right here, end of 91, so basically 92. But yeah, this, I was like 1 basically when this song came out. I'm out here feeling nostalgia for it. I was bumping this shit in the cradle for sure. I wish my parents were that cool. The threequel, Stefan! The trilogy is complete! That's true, Lissandro. Right on, Blake. That ear, dude. That guitar is kind of mesmerizing. It kind of lulls you into a nice, comfortable place. We were talking about safe places, right? And anchoring and having that foundation. I like the foundation of this track a lot. Anybody got any concerts they're going to coming up? I was talking about that with the mods earlier. I'm trying to, I guess I didn't even say what, I don't even know what my next concert is. Let me check the calendar. We might end up seeing them in, but probably not. We got offered guest list, and I know I feel bad because I don't like the new album, but we'll see. That's later in April, but that probably won't happen. I wish there was a bit more oomph to the chorus, but still, like, I appreciate its almost low-key nature in a way, too. We don't have tickets yet, and it'll depend on where we're at the time financially, but we're gonna try and snag last-minute tickets for the Death Cab for Cutie / Japanese breakfast show that's coming to North Carolina in July. Very excited about that. Really crossing my fingers hard. You know, those prices, especially like the day of the show, I'm willing to wait as long as it takes for those prices to get as low as they're going to get. And then I'll try and buy a ticket. 2 tickets. Never seen Death Cab. It's got to happen. And I love Jaff Brecky as well, of course. Shout out Michelle's Honor. They got to play Honey Water, though, or else I'm going to be upset. Oh man, the Haley Williams concert was incredible. Opening date of the tour, so lucky. Shout out to my buddy Tyler, Common Revolt, for taking me with him. I like the vocal. It's reminding me. I busted out this comparison like a week or two ago, but again, I hear a little bit of REM in this, and I feel like they were a very influential band at that time, right? Like Michael Stipe and company were like late 80s to mid 90s, like they were big, man. Like I feel like a lot of people forget that, and they're not a name that's necessarily tossed around as much as some of the other like big names, especially from like the 90s and stuff, but like, come on now. I'm not even the biggest fan, but their influence is undeniable. I enjoyed that a lot, dude, for real. I'm not sure how, I don't remember how I felt about the other song, but definitely a thumbs up on this track. And again, I gotta slap this in the 90s mix as well. Let's go. All right. Steven _ sent this next one in. Let's see what we've got here from InMix. I recognize that name, kind of, sort of, as your out of the loop uncle over here. Papillion. I'm thinking pavilion because I'm over here talking about concerts. Like, oh, it's at the pavilion. No, not quite. Change the letter. Cool. Right on, Adam. I was about to say, I just wasn't sure based on what you said in your message. I was like, did I like it? Well, this one's getting added to the mix, so there's no denying it. So tell me more about InMix for anyone here that knows, or Steven if you're with me. Help me, guide me to the light, right? I need context. I need a little bit of context as I'm out here trying to find the name of the last song. Giant. That was it. I was like, what was it? Of course. It's right in front of me. It's a giant. Ooh, I like that. Papillion is butterfly in French. Papillon? Papillion. I'm out here trying my best. It's beautiful though. I kind of dig the production on this. It's I don't know. It's kind of a mixture between, I'm like, is this a summer tune or is this something I would listen to in the fall? I like that I'm a little torn so far. It's not bad. Yo, thank you, Cinnamon, for the extra info on that. K-pop girl group with really good vocals. Been around since 2022. Definitely a night vibe. I can appreciate how many genres this is juggling as well. For me, the toughest part of some of the toughest sell for some of the K-pop tracks I hear is that some of the rapping sections feel a little forced to me, but it doesn't really, especially on this one, at least not what I'm hearing so far, doesn't really distract from or undercut too much the overall what's the word I'm looking for? Elasticity genre-wise that this song is offering, and even vocally, the variety between their vocalists. Pretty solid production on this, for sure. I'm not sure how I feel about Congleton as producer on the new Death Cab record, but that's it. That's a like to solid thumbs up for me. Not bad. I wasn't sure what to expect there with new in-mix, but the vibe feels a little bit, it can feel a little chaotic, but for somebody like me with ADHD, it's not necessarily a bad thing. So I enjoyed it. I can hear that trip-hop influence for sure, for sure. So the new Death Cab for Cutie album is going to be produced by John Congleton, or was produced. What else? He's produced some things that are like very hit and miss for me. Like he's done some of the Cage records, Cage the Elephant, I think, and it's worked out well. But hey, thank you, Bad Magic. We got another threequel. Let's go. ADHD gang, represent. I was going to look up John Congleton. What did he produce not too long ago that I was like, oh, goddamn, this dude has produced everything. All right, man. I guess I can't talk too much shit. Like, I just think he's maybe like a Rick Rubin in the sense that he's a little overworked, that at a certain point, it's just like, how hands-on are you really being? I don't know what else he produced this year, but there was something that I saw his name on, and I was like, But no, that's no shade at all to Death Cab. I know, even with him producing, you know, it's not like he's writing the songs. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying anything negative there. I love a lot of records that John has produced. And the new song Riptides by Death Cab is genuinely amazing. Like, I've listened to that song a lot. And the video for it's very cool, too. Love the color coordination and changes there. But I'm very much looking forward to I Built You a Tower. I read the write-up for it that they gave in that initial Instagram, you know, social media reveal about the album and everything. And I just, personally, so much of what was being said there resonated with me and was like, all right, fuck me up, Death Cab. Here we go. Here we go. And, yeah, the first single, Riptides, extremely good. Their best song probably in a little while. And I don't know if that's true, though, at the same time, because I thought that their last record, Asphalt Meadows, was such a stellar comeback. It's one of my favorite Death Cab albums at this point, so I can't say it's their best song in a long while. It's definitely, if I'm comparing, a cut above, say, Thank You for Today. Maybe one of their weaker records. That I still don't think they have any bad albums, though. Thank you, Adam G. Appreciate you adding one. Last call on requests, guys. If you got anything that you think would close out the stream or give us some good vibes to send us into the upcoming week, hit me up. Let's go ahead, and before we do it anymore, before we get to Stefan, Bad Magic, and Adam, and anyone else that wants to add, let's do another free request real quick. So I will give you guys a moment to pop that in. Let's see what I can, let me take this time to see what I want to force on my unsuspecting victims, right? No, I'm going to treat you to some good music. Promise. Hopefully. Well, hopefully to you it'll be good music. Let's see what vibe I want to go with. Do we want to go older or newer? You know what? Let's go older. Let's go older. Let's do a shorter track, though. Anybody familiar with the band Chapter House? Australian, 90s, kind of shoegaze, other genres as well. I'm flirting with which version, or which song, I'm sorry, to share here. You know what? We'll go with the shorter track. Something More. Here we go. All right, guys, keep the free request suggestions coming. If I land on someone I've already picked or is already sent in a song, I want to get this open to everybody else, so I will pick another one if I land on it. Ooh, I'm over here so distracted messing with my microphone. I'm like, that's not even the song. I was like, wait, didn't we just listen? Oh, I'm a dummy. That just means you guys get even more time to get your suggestions in. Please don't spam too much. Mary, I just saw you said that my hamster is so calm. Yeah, he's very chill. We handle him a decent amount too, so he's just very... We've had him since he was a wee little hammer. So... That's Scuzzy Riff, man. I love their drummer too. They had... What I love about this band, I've just recently discovered Chapter House, and I checked out this album that came out in 1990, Whirlpool. Amazing. Love a lot of the stuff on there, and the track Pearl as well from a separate release. I think so good. The full version though, gotta go the 12-inch version, not the edit. All right, I'll give you guys another minute here, and then I'm gonna pick one. And also, if I land on a song that I have heard before, sticking with the theme of tonight, I'll pick another one. Hey, Steven. Thank you, dude. Steven629. Cheers. All right, we're scrolling, and stop. Have I heard that before? Can someone confirm for me if we've listened to this on stream before? Lissandro, I landed on you, but without building up too much suspense. But iPod Touch, why does that sound familiar? By Nina Nanaj Rashi. Am I saying that right? It sounds familiar, but I don't... Okay, I'm going to look it up. Maybe that'll just be the easiest way to confirm. Yeah, I was about to say, hold up. I already have this saved. I was like, that sounds extremely familiar. Well, I'll let it play while I'm picking the next free request, okay? How's that sound? Here, jump in a little. All right, scrolling. And stop. All right. Went way too high. And stop. Oh, nice. Hey, there you go, Laguna. I got you. I landed on yours this time. Laguna Blue, Dead in the Water, Enter Shikari. Coming up next in the queue. The name of the next song on this album after iPod Touch. Fuck my computer. I almost want to save that just based on the name alone, and I just did. What's wrong with me? I'm like, that's what I've been doing, honestly, a lot. With, like, you know, we talk about things like music discovery, how do we find things. Sometimes, like, just like on YouTube, like, what I'll do is I'll, like, collect like throughout a week or two. Like, I'll just save recommendations that I get for like music videos, lyric videos, or whatever, just based on the artist name or the song name or something about it stands out to me in some way, and I'm like, oh, that might be interesting, check it out. And like, I feel like 9 times out of 10 lately, especially with YouTube recommended, it's kind of been on fire. But That being said, like I do it with Spotify too, and that's what I was doing with a lot of the 90s and 2000 shoegaze that I was discovering recently for the first time, uncovering things from the past. I was just looking at names and like album art that would like catch my eye and stuff, and I'm like, that looks interesting. Checking out, a few songs from several of those bands and artists and going from there. That being said, yeah, all of that because of a title called Fuck My Computer. All right, on to the next one here. Let's move into Dead in the Water. New Enter Shikari. They surprise dropped an album on Friday. I heard about that, and I've heard good things about the record, but I've not heard anything from it. So this should be a treat. Enter Shikari always get kind of crazy with it. Not necessarily like if we're comparing bands and maybe an adjacent scene. Not quite Don Broco levels of insanity with multiple songs within a song. But let's see what we get here.
Everything's so futile.
I can hear the waves rolling in.
We gotta have the glasses for this then. If we're getting all future.
No, they won't be bluebirds over, cause they got turned back at Dover.
Damn.
I'm on a tightrope, and there's no hope. I don't seem to be getting any closer.
Enter Shikari, I think, have been very consistent throughout the years. If you're unfamiliar about the causes that they believe in, political, environmental, things that shouldn't be political but are human rights issues, things like that. So I think they've been very consistent throughout the years with integrating that. Not always, not every song, but into their music. Shout out Rao Reynolds, their vocalist.
It's not the cold that makes me shiver. It's the erasure of my soul.
Little pogo effect there, right? Riding the pogo stick. I'm picking up some good vibrations. This has already got a unique sound to it that I would expect from them. I can be so or hit or miss with Enter Shikari, with some of the experimentation, but for every track that I don't like, I feel like there's another one like, I don't know, Appeal and Minesweep, or Arguing with Thermometers, or Sorry You're Not a Winner, even if we're calling back to the very early days. There were some on that 2020 record too, that I really, really love.
I can feel the walls closing in. I can hear the waves rolling in.
We locked up all the lifeguards.
Nothing is true and everything is possible. Great Unknown, Tina, some great Satellites, some really good songs on there.
It's not the cold that makes me shiver. It's the erosion of my soul.
Felt that. Excavating our souls. That's what our governments are doing, right? Self-produced by Rao? Hell yeah. Saving it.
Dead in the water. No one's here fighting my corner. Dead in the water. Everything's so futile.
Future. Yeah, dude. I love the energy that they've harnessed on this track. It's that good kind of chaotic. Not too busy, but just a lot of things going on that are going right. Great energy. Well, this is definitely a good sign for me checking out this album. This is track 3 on their new record, Lose Yourself. Not Eminem style. There's yourself, and then there's your space self. Lose yourself. In the music, the moment, you gotta never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Hey, fuck my computer. There it is. I'll listen to that later, though. All right. Minimizing this in advance. let's get back over to the queue. We've got 4 more in there right now. I think that was our 3rd free request of the night. So that'll probably be the last one for tonight. We got 4 more in the queue. If anyone else would like to add anything else last minute, you're welcome to do so. Major thumbs up for that Enter Shikari track. Loved it. Loved it. Y'all are begging for the Fuck My Computer track. Damn. You know what? 30 seconds. You got 30 seconds to win me over and keep it playing. My chat's bullying me in the best way.
My computer.
I love how that's censored there, but in the title on Spotify, not at all. I love it. I know it's an aesthetic choice.
It says
We got them dial-up sounds.
does it better. I wanna my computer. Cause no one in the world knows me better. It says my name. It says no one in the world does it better. I wanna
Okay. Ooh. Little dubstep in there. Taking me back, man. I absolutely had love for dubstep. I went through a big phase. Okay. I will absolutely be checking out the full song. Do not worry. It's already sounding like a straight up banger in many ways. Did I say the artist name right? Ninaj Rashi? I hope I'm not completely butchering that. I always feel like such an idiot if I ever look back at these streams and I'm like, did I pronounce that? No, just butchered that again? Cool. I know it's not just me though, right? Tripping over words and poorly pronouncing things for days. I still have not found this closer snippet that I was looking for. I keep getting distracted. I was like, I swear I have this bookmark somewhere. AKA the one that I've been playing to myself. While I'm waiting on that, let's go ahead and get back to the threequel, as we say, Stefan. Carly? Bulletproof. It's one of those, and it's on the Punisher Warzone OST. We're completing the trilogy with this edition. My God, I think they privated that shit on all of their accounts, 9 Inch Nails. All right, well, the official release is coming.
just a simple touch, just a little glance makes me feel like flying.
I like that there's a lot of, it sounds like there's a lot of different vibes artistically on this soundtrack too, because I feel like the Rise Against track was different from Machines of Love and Grace, and now we've got Curly? Is that it? Just spelled differently. Am I familiar with Not Enough Space? I'm not, Censored Sloth. Also, good to see you, dude. Hope you're doing well.
Can you please stop?
Check out the full album on that for a sec. Okay, Ascension. I got you. I might.
I am trying not to think about all
Like the post. Okay, I got you. I'm going to work on my pronunciation.
but sometimes it
Nina Jerici. Nina Jerici.
I can't fake it anymore. I'll stay with you, but remember, and be careful what you
This feels like something I would hear maybe in the credits of that movie. So I see how it still ties in, despite, like you're saying, there being like kind of a hodgepodge of genres going on.
do. 'Cause I'm not bulletproof.
I'm bulletproof. Sorry, David, get a moment. See a moment.
Secret place, staring into space, leaves me feeling frozen.
more of an emotional swell with this one too. Not as you know, it's a little lighter than some of the other songs on the soundtrack. It seems like still got some intensity to it though. Indeed, been there, done that, messed around. I'm having fun. Don't let me down. Don't put me down. One of those. This just feels like a moment. When did Punisher Warzone come out? Don't tell me. I'm gonna look it up. 2008. I was like, I knew it had to be the late 2000s. It's a like the solid thumbs up from me still. It's a little bit more generic, and it does feel like it's almost made for a soundtrack, but at the same time, I mean, I've seen the OG Punisher, the 2004 one, I think, 2003, 4, 5, somewhere in that era, and enjoyed that. I have not seen Punisher Warzone, but now having a taste for the soundtrack, it makes me curious, because I feel like that was one of those sequels that, didn't have a lot of its original cast return, if I'm correct in that, which is always a little jarring for me. And I tend to avoid sequels like that, I guess, sometimes because of that. But maybe that's just me being too high and mighty and pious on it. And I need to not care about who's in the sequel. I just have a PTSD from some of the, horror franchises and such. It's like, oh, a completely new cast for the new, this Halloween or Nightmare movie. It's just like, oh yeah, fuck all that. We're gonna ignore all of that lore and we're just gonna do this thing, and it can get a little out of hand. But that's a roundabout way of saying that it makes me curious about the movie Punisher Warzone itself. It was written as a sequel, but it ended up as a standalone Punisher. Okay, I got you. Bubblegum Goth. That's a good way to put it. That's cool. I got you, Laguna. That's cool. All right, Scorpions. We're going 3 for 3 on this as well. Nothing but net? We'll find out. No, this is not our third Scorpions track of the night. This is the third one from Bad Magic. Cheers, dude. Appreciate you. This is the Scorpions, though. The Same Thrill. Here's a third song from me tonight, and it's a lesser-known song from probably the Scorpions' most well-known album, Love at First Sting, which features Rock You Like a Hurricane, of course. Here's my personal favorite song from this album, The Same Thrill. We were on fire with that last one, man, I gotta say. I was not expecting that from the sales of Sharon, but credit where it's due, Uli and the gang. Cool in the gang, Uli and the gang. JK, respect to Cool in the gang. I don't know if I've ever said this, but on the way back, on our flight back from Hannah and I's honeymoon, we went to St. Lucia in 2023. On the flight back, we were on the same flight as Cool in the gang, who had been there playing a festival or a private event or something, and I was like, what in the world? Because I heard people at the airport chattering a little bit. We had a long wait before our flight took off, and I started seeing road gear and stuff, and sure enough, some of it's saying Cool in the Gang logo and stuff on there, and I'm like, holy shit, man. And then you see members just filing into the airport and stuff, and I was like, well, celebrating good times indeed. Let's come on. And it was St. Lucia, of all places, a little island. Yep, definitely sounds like it would be from that era. Rock You Like a Hurricane is obviously still to this day known and used in movies and such. Anybody gonna watch the new season of Euphoria? Hannah's gonna make me. No, we'll see. I feel like even she is hate watching it at this point, just to see what the train wreck's gonna be. Makes me want to go rewatch that season of The Idol with The Weeknd, man. Yeah, I keep seeing From Ashes to New. A lot of people talking about this band tonight. I'm not familiar with them. I don't think. It sounds like another band name or two, and I keep getting confusing and thinking it's that, but no. There's New Year's Day, which I do not like, and someone else. Come again, sir? Nice stinging bite. I don't think I like that. Oh man, that 80s ultra cheese. That part specifically, I mean. Not bad, but not hitting me in the same way that 70s Scorpions did. Like, it's solid, but it's not the type of music that I, like, typically seek out as much, just for the fact that it lacks that. I feel like it lacks the ingenuity and some of the variety that I was getting on that 1977 track you sent before. It's not bad, and I feel like this being from their, like, peak popularity era still. It's a deep cut from that era, you said? From that album? Oh yeah, definitely no Social Distortion. I dig them. The new single was great. The first single, I don't know if they put out more, but Born to Kill, bucks. I'm gonna say positive, man. Not bad, and I would not be mad at all if somebody were like, oh, let me get the aux and pop this on. But I just don't think I'd seek it out myself. Yeah, 13 Reasons Why is a great example of that. Starting, like, I feel like there's been a lot of modern shows that end up with a great first season, and then it just fades off into, like, dude, like, come on. Like, the writing choices, or, like, they just completely change the tone of the show, or, you know, the characters. And I think the problem a lot of times is, like, oh, they have a long time to get that first season together. But then it's like, oh, shit, like, that was huge, and that was a huge hit. It's like Stranger Things, right? And now we got to turn around the second season when we didn't even know or think that there would be a second season. So, this is random, but I'm very excited to see Zach Krieger's take on Resident Evil as a live action film. Zach, I've been a fan of for a very long time, like 20 years at this point, really, since, like, Whitest Kids You Know. I think that might have started like 06, 07, so it's probably been about 20 years now. R.I.P. Trevor Moore as well, but Zach, you would probably know from directing Weapons, my favorite film of last year, and also Barbarian, which was one of my favorite films of 2022. Anyways, we've got another one here from the Matthew Good Band. Really enjoyed that first submission. Let's see what we have with Suburbia. Is this also a 90s guy? Oh yeah, slower song from the same album. Cannot recommend the album enough. Hope it still slaps. Cool. Let's see what we got. Giant was the last track. Went right, slid that into the 90s mix. Let's see what they bring with the slower side of them. We got one more in the queue, and it looks like we'll be wrapping up for tonight, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate all the submissions. This is the most haunting track I relate with about your hometown and having a love-hate relationship with it. Anyone remember that song Leaving Town? I think it came out in 2000. Dexter Freebish, like a one-hit alternative wonder. Love that song. Late 90s, maybe the year 2000. I have not, Laguna. Someday your head's gonna turn and realize you missed me. I'm digging this lyrically too. It's definitely not quite as immediate as Giant, but it's obviously not trying to be, and I'm not saying that it should, especially for the vibe of this song. I can appreciate a good slow burn like that too. You know, it's one thing when a song instantly greets you with catchiness, but sometimes getting through to that substance is the most rewarding part. Yo, you're good, Censored Sloth. If you're here hanging out right now, man, like I said, you're more than welcome to add something to the queue. I am not at all pressed, but we are doing these weekly again now, Sunday nights. So if you want to slide something through tonight as our stream closer, you are more than welcome to, dude. You know, I know it's always out. You never know when the schedules are going to line up, you know? You might be busy, I might not be streaming, etc. We're here right now. I like that string section coming in here too. There's a gentleness to this song that I really like. Yeah, another one added straight to the 90s mix. I like that one too. It reminded me, I feel like a band like maybe Lifehouse or something took influence almost from this. It feels like. All right, before we get to this Robbie Williams track, and probably one from Censored Sloth as well, did I finally find this closer snippet that I was looking for, the 9 Inch Nails remix, Boys Noise? Yes! Oh!
You get me closer to God.
I'm very, 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 very excited to hear the full version of that, if you can't tell. I want to fuck my computer like an animal. I want to feel that floppy disk drive from the inside. You know, this song did come out in the 90s, okay? We got to stay on brand. Might not have even had the CD-ROM drive yet. You get me closer to God. Now, who's the God in that situation? Bill Gates? Hopefully not. Hopefully fucking not. All right, I finally found my thing and played it. Boom. All right, back over to the queue. Let's go. Robbie Williams and Kylie Minogue. All right, we're getting very, very British with it, huh? Going flying over to the UK. Ascension, that's even funnier. for a reason that I will mention to you later.
Me no bubblicious, me smoke heavy talk, me be grooving slowly where you are. Notify your next king 'cause you're never coming back.
Is this feels like it would have come out in the 90s. Okay, let's see what you said here, Steven. Hey, John, popping in real quick to send in a fun pop rock song I discovered thanks to Grand Theft Auto 5. We got this before GTA 6. The song was released in 2000. Okay, cool. I wasn't too far off.
Me no bubblicious,
I'm looking forward to that Olivia Rodrigo album.
me be grooving slowly
Very much so.
where you are. Notify your next king 'cause you're never coming back.
Well, that sounds threatening. Notify your next of kin because you're never coming back. Good Lord. Oh, no.
Dropping beats since back in black. And we'll
You know what, Nunez? Maybe the song was written in 1999.
don't mind doing it for the kids. So come on, jump on board, take a ride, yeah. Jump on board, feel the high, 'cause the kids are alright.
The kids aren't all right. Maybe they were back then, but that was 25 years ago.
You've got a reputation.
Yo, Censored Slop, I assume this was you that just hit me on Cash App. I got you.
The chairman of the board. Take a ride on my 12-cylinder symphony. But if you got a
Kind of got a little bit of a funky groove in there, too. It's fun.
and we'll paint by numbers till
It's a little like movie soundtrack-ish or something to me. It almost feels like it would be in like a musical scene from a musical number, sorry, from a movie.
I don't mind doing it for the kids. So come on, jump on board, take a ride, yeah. Jump on board, feel the high. Kids are alright.
I got you, Slaw. Sorry about that. Thank you. I got you. I like the guitars stand out. I like how lively the song feels, if nothing else. It's a fun crossover. Like, I know more Kylie for sure than I do Robbie Williams, but both artists that I'm a little like, out of my element on.
All of my love, I'm gonna give it all of my love, and it's gonna take up all of my love. I'm gonna give it all of my love, and it's gonna take up all of my love. Come down from the ceiling, I didn't mean to get so high.
This has got to go in my crossover episodes playlist. Collabs only.
Can't just believe me, I'm a singer in a band.
I'll throw it in my pop playlist as well.
Baby, you're not my
It's growing on me more and more as the song goes on, too. I appreciate how loud some distorted guitars on there is not what I was expecting from this crossover. A lot of vocal chemistry, too. Love that interplay. Ooh, Sean Connery. That was Bond, right? That was one of the James Bonds. Serial monogamy, my god. Like a serial killer. I'm serial monogamous. Ah. Interesting closing section too. Like Robbie. Like I feel like that song was a little bit wild for what my expectations maybe were, but kind of thrilling at the same time. The first James Bond, I was like, I knew that I knew the name with the Bond franchise, but damn, Sean Connery. And let's see, there was some guy named Roger something, and Daniel Craig, obviously. I guess I can't name all the Bonds. Darn. All right, Sloth, let's see what we got here. In the Room Where You Sleep. This came out in 2009 by Dead Man's Bones. Holy shit, is this Ryan Gosling's band? I believe I talked about this in a very old SOS episode of like, actors who also have bands or whatever. I'm almost positive. Well, it looks like we're going to close out with some Gosling tonight. Sorry if you've seen the new Project Hail Mary, it's not going to be Harry Styles' Sign of the Times, despite that song being fucking phenomenal and being used at a perfect, emotional moment in the film. Loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. Anyways, here we go. It is! Hell yes! Wow! Wow, 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 wow. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, so this is Ryan Gosling's band.
Saw something sitting on your bed. I saw.
Yup. Fair enough. I probably did, and I probably listened through that whole album one time, like for the sake of that video, so I would have context.
Touching your head in the room where you sleep.
If only they used Aperture instead. I would have been punching the air at Project Hail Mary if they had thrown in Aperture by Harry Styles instead of Sign of the Times. Like, how would you even do that at the karaoke scene? That would just be boring as shit. Zero emotional impact. Nothing like going out with some Gosling. Shout out to Drive and the soundtrack. One of my favorite films and favorite soundtracks. Bryan Cranston's in Drive, too. Elton John being on the Yeet album does not surprise me. Elton's collabed with everybody under the sun at this point. I haven't even heard the Harry album. That's how scared I am. I've heard like 3 songs from it. American Girls, Aperture, and something else. American Girls or whatever was probably the best, but it was still like kind of mid. And like by that kinda, I mean very.
I saw something sitting on your bed.
Now, is this what you guys expected from Ryan Gosling? Is he subverting your expectations a bit?
Touching your head in the room where you sleep, in the room where you sleep.
Yeah, I know, Nunez. Am I so wrong for having a video idea written down right now that's like, I'll probably title it something clickbaity like, I hate her not, I think is what I wrote down in my videos thing for Julia Wolf, because I'm like, wow, I love so much of the music and everything, but like the decisions by her team, like canceling her headlining tour so she could open for fucking MGK, her fans were livid about that from what I could tell in the Instagram comments, and just like the collabs that they're lining up for. It's like, girl, your music, like, and the Twilight vibe and stuff and the aesthetic that you got going on, I'm for the girls, right? But like, that's what it, that's your target right there. Not MGK, not collabing with Drake, not collabing with Yeet, like Yeet probably, I don't know a ton of his music, but probably being the best of the lot, but still, Drake and MGK collabs, like, come on now. Like, I thought it would be a good opportunity to talk about a popular or like somewhat viral artist that I really, really like, but it's like also at the same time, like I'm so like frustrated as a fan. I don't know. It's not that deep, and it won't be that deep in the video either. But like I want to talk about it because Pressure was literally one of my favorite albums of last year. I literally just like I'm gonna pick up the vinyl that I ordered from a local record shop soon. They got that, and I got the Clips album finally. Let God sort them out. Both of those records in my top 10 favorites of last year. So I definitely have kind of a weird fanship with Julia and her music and vibe and marketing and everything like that. It's the feng shui is off. Something's weird. Something's in the water. Sorry, Ryan Gosling. I'm gonna let you finish, but first I'm gonna rant about Julia Wolf. Not even rant, like half praise, half confusion orb. Oh, I just realized that this features the Silver Lake Conservatory of Music's Children Choir on the track. That's Flea's organization. Hell yeah, here we go. So Dead Man's Bones, Ryan Gosling, Flea in the choir. I feel like this has got to go in the fall mix. It's time to rediscover. Spooky season, here we come. I love that organ on this. Kind of does give that creaky, old school vibe to it. You love his vocal delivery here. Really fits the spooky indie sound. Yeah. It's kind of reserved and low-key and skeletal. Strange for sure, Nunez. Strange. Very much so questionable, Son of Jesus. Very much so. Yeah, that's subverting expectations yet again. Gosling cannot be cornered. You thought he was just the Notebook? Try again. You thought he was just the dude from Drive? Try Place Beyond the Pines. You think he's just that? Then try Barbie. Try Project Hail Mary on for size. Definitely a big Ryan Gosling fan, and I should revisit more of Dead Man's Bones. Thank you, Sloth. That's crazy that I instantly recognized that, but haven't apparently listened to it since. I definitely remember doing that video. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. That was fun. We got some good shit from a lot of different genres and decades that I had never heard before. Let me look back at my saves. I had a few that I added to the 90s mix and other decades, like the Matthew Good Band stuff, and then we had Enter Shikari, Nina, Machines of Love and Grace, Lawrence, a Scorpions track got saved, Lay Fay, Domain Master, Slow Readers Club, Pile. Thank you, guys. We've been having such good music coming through these streams, and it's been such a good vibe with the community since I restarted about a month ago. So I just wanted to say thank you again to everybody. I appreciate it. It does not go unseen or unheard, and a lot of these songs have been sticking in my rotation. Keep an eye out on that Reaction Stream Hall of Fame playlist for anyone curious too. I update that regularly. It's linked in the description. And yeah, I should have a couple of videos out this week. We're taking it week by week, working on stuff. You know what? I'm not even gonna say some of them yet because then I end up putting pressure on myself for like, oh, I said that video is gonna be out blank, 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 blank. We'll get to it when we get to it. Stuff is on the way though. We got it cooking, and I will see you guys very soon. Have yourselves a fantastic night. Stay safe out there. Seriously, especially during time.